So here's a little video of what we went over this morning about Gmail tips. So for those of you, if it went a little bit too fast or you had forgotten your computer, this is an email. This is a quick video for you. So first thing we're going to do is look at extras and labs. So if you go to your email, when you click up here under settings, and you go to settings, under general, one of my favorite things about Gmail is that you can actually do an undo send. So if you click right here, if you enable this, enable undo send, and I would set it just for 30 seconds or so, and then scroll down and save the changes. And so what that does is that when you compose an email at any time after you've saved the changes, so if I'm going to compose an email and I send it, I'll have an option to say, wait, I didn't like that, or oh no, I didn't, add the attachment, or the wrong person was CC'd, and I can undo that email, which is quite handy. I use this a lot. Another thing that you can find under the settings, so if you go back to settings, is labs. So if you click up here, this tab that's called labs. There are a lot of different labs that Gmail has, and I would just spend some time reading these and seeing if any of these are helpful for you. But the one that I think is quite handy is called canned responses. So if you find canned responses and click enable and scroll down and save the changes, what this will actually allow you to do is when you're sending an email, if you click down here, more options, so when you're in a new email, if you go to canned responses, you can actually just insert anything that you've canned before. So for example, on the grade 8 team, we're sending out this notification of behavior to parents as a sort of a more informal thing than the behavior report. And so, for example, I've sent this to a few students I've had to send this to, and if I've just gone here and I've clicked insert this canned response, this is something I typed once, and now I can use it over and over again. So let's say you've typed something and you want to save it as a canned response. If you go to more options again and canned responses, you can actually go under this tab where it says save, and I'm going to save this as a new canned response, and I can give it a name, and then it will show up under the insert for next time. Okay, so the second thing we're going to look at is the Boomerang extension. So if you go to my slides, if you make sure you type in bit.ly/isagmail, and if you go to these slides and click the Boomerang extension, go ahead and add this to your Chrome. This should be blue for you, and you'll have to add it to your Chrome, and you'll have to allow a few things, and afterwards it should pop up right here in the top right-hand corner. So once you see that pop up, you can do a couple different things in your email. So when you go back to your email, the first thing that's really nice about Boomerang is that when you compose a new email, if you don't want to actually send it, if it's a Saturday evening, or maybe you're working on something for next week, if you want to send it later, you can actually schedule this to send in 1 month, in 2 weeks, in 2 days, or at a specific time like Monday morning at 8 a.m. And you can confirm this to send. The second great thing about Boomerang is that you can also pause your inbox. So if you look up here, once you've got Boomerang installed in your Chrome up here, this should pop up anytime you click on inbox. And what the pause will allow you to do is, it will basically allow you to pause your inbox so that nothing will show up in your Chrome or on your phone. And you can have an autoresponder to say my inbox is paused, and you can personalize this, or you can turn this off. And you can allow it to unpause automatically at a certain time. So after a week, Monday at 8 a.m., anything like that, for example, and then you can actually just pause it. So you won't receive any emails at all until it unpauses automatically. The third thing that I wanted to show you was mail merging. So this is quite handy. I use mail merging. If you click here, you'll get directed to get this add-on that's called Yet Another Mail Merge. It looks like this in your Google Sheets. So if you open up a new sheet, this is how you would start a mail merge. This is how I use mail merging. Last year, for example, I sent all of my students, I sent their final scores out, and I can see that some of them opened, some of them responded, some of them clicked, and so it will just track all of your emails. So this is how you set it up. The first thing that you do is you create a draft, right? So this would be my draft. So with the subject, and each of the fields that you put in the draft have to match exactly your first row of your sheet, whatever that sheet may be. So for example, my first name, last name, username, password level. You can also put links in here. Really you can do anything that you'd like, but the fields have to be exactly the same as the fields in your first row. So once you have your draft created and your sheet is ready, once you've got the add-on, Yet Another Mail Merge, you can go to this mail merge and you can hit Start Mail Merge. And I would recommend to always make sure that you send yourself a test email first to make sure that it worked. And then you can just also send the emails out. And the nice thing about this and being able to track this is that you can see, that I've sent it, who's clicked it. There's a whole tracking report on it, so that's quite handy. Okay, and then the fourth thing that I wanted to show everybody was templates. So if you click this link, you will again be directed to the Chrome Web Store to add an extension called templates. I think it's Gmail email templates or something. And this is blue, so make sure you add it. Once you've added it and refreshed your Gmail, when you go to compose a new email, this will show up on your composing of an email. And so if you click this template, there's all these free templates that you can add. So if you want to make something look really nice, if you want to do an Easter invitation, you can, it's really handy that you can just, it's a great way to make your emails look really professional and look really nice without having to put the work into it. All right, and that's it. I hope that gives you some tips and helps you. Have a nice day.